There guys. Alright, so she's prepped, she's ready to go. I'm going to get my 6 extension comb and I'm going to show you what I do. Now she's not in need of a rest, she's okay. So I'm just going to get my 6 and I'm going to extension comb any little flyaways on that coat. Again, don't worry about perfection, it's not about perfection. Alright. Now when I'm doing this, try not to go too much into those legs because you want to scissor those legs, okay? We're just going to touch the body. Oh, sorry, my little girl. Okay, come on, sweetie. Now she's starting to already wee-wee a little bit. I can feel it, so I've got to work a bit quick. Good, yeah. Now. Oh, thanks, Cece. You're the best. Thank you, my love. Yeah, thank you, darling. Cece's the best. All right, backwards. I'm just going to go backwards. In any way I can hurry up this groom, I'm going to hurry up this groom. I'm going to go backwards in here. Can you see that? I'm also going backwards in here. So whatever I can get away with the the clipper, I'm going to do it, okay? Now, this bit here, I'm going to go backwards here. If you can see that, guys. Now I'm going to scissor the chest. All I'm going to do is leave those legs. I can scissor those in. The reason I don't use a clipper on elderly dogs' legs is I just find they're a lot more happier. So I tend to scissor elderly dogs' legs. I really do love doing the oldie ones. I really do. It's one of my favourite things as a groomer is to groom my elderlies. Alright, so I'm just going to lift her up. Okay, done. Just going to lift. Can you see that she's always hunched her back? That's because she's old, guys, okay? Not because she's scared, it's just she's old, so she doesn't move much anymore. So I'm going to turn around, Missy girl. Turn around. Alright, so just doing that quickly, getting all that excess off. Just going to skim those legs a little bit. Those legs a little bit. Now lift that leg up and skim from the inside. All with the same blade. So I'm just getting some excess off, guys, that's all. Alright, come on, see. So I'm pretty happy with that clipper skimming work, okay? Now I'm just going to get my wide comb. And I'm going to just start scissoring, alright? So, first thing I do is I start to frame a little bit of that neck. Stay, baby. And I'll just bring in that neckline a bit so it's sort of straight, okay? And the reason I'm using a blender on this coat is because it's so fine, it's just easier, all right? I'm just going to do, so when you see her, turn around, turn around, see that? When you see her, see how it's all neat from the front? Can you see that? That's all I'm looking for. Okay? Now I'm going to brush that up, starting off with the body. You can use straights if you like, guys, no problem, but I just use blenders. Come on, sweetheart, turn around. Once you've framed, come on, darling. Once you've got her body in, then you just start working on those legs, which is the simple part. I really love scissoring. It's so therapeutic. It's one of my favourite things to do. So I'm going to lift that leg. I'll just bring her over here. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, darling. I'll lift that leg and I'm just going to make all here clean. Okay? Same on the other side. I'm just going to lift that leg and make all that clean. I tend to not go too short when I'm dealing with the elderly because, like, for example, her coat is so fine that if I went too short, it would really look thin and short, you know. So I tend to not. And I'm not worrying about shaping in that, you know, top line. Again, I'm just focusing on her being clean, okay? If she was a dog that I wanted to scissor properly, I would shape in that top line. I would do it to perfection, but I'm not worrying about that at all, okay? Now, I'm going to get my curves. Now I'm going to get my fine tooth, okay? My fine tooth. And I'm going to brush everything down. I'll show you in the front leg when I'm doing this. I'm just going to round that section to the proportion I want. Show you on this leg and the back. So, hey baby girl, come on down. So I'm just bringing it down. Hopefully you can see that. Bringing it down. And I'm just going to round to the section I want. Again, ignore the fact that her paws are too big. This is purely about keeping her clean. This is not me worrying about, you know, breed standard stuff. It's just purely me keeping her clean. Alright, so now once I've done that, I'm just going to fuck that up. I'm going to start to scissor that leg and just follow it down to there, okay? Same thing here. Just scissoring that. Now, see that back quick? That's the bit that I put in with the clipper, okay? Just gives a little bit of a back section, okay? Alright, so now I'm just going to scissor all that. And I'm just going to very lightly scissor that in. So I'm just cleaning that in, guys. Now I'm going to turn it around. Come on, sweetheart, turn around. Can you see what I've done? Okay. I'm just going to repeat on this leg, and I'll do this with the camera view. Can you see that? Okay. Can you see that? Right, camera, lift that leg up. Lift that up, just going to scissor and just make that look nice. Now I'm just going to do that. She's so hard to move around. Usually I don't move her around too much. So I'm just scissoring that in. So if you can see what I've done, alright guys? Again, it's not about perfection. It's just about me keeping her clean. That's all. Now I'm going to do the front. I'll have a look at her. Okay, up, darling. And this one is a bit different because I'm going to now scissor and get the size. I want to just make sure the back and the front are balanced. So I'm just doing that first. Getting my size in. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Now, do that because she doesn't like to let me bevel, and because she is old, I don't want her standing on 3 legs. So I do this like this. It's a bit different. Say bye-bye. Alright, So then bring that down, bring that down, bring that down, bring that down. I just don't like them standing on 3 legs too long, guys. Alright, so I'm going to do the other leg. Come on, sweetheart. She's finding it more comfortable to do this. I'm going to do it like this today. Again, you modify what you think is best for the dog. Okay. Good girl. And you notice I'm not worrying about placing her in the right position or anything like that. I'm just scissoring her in what comfortable position she's in. It's that simple, okay? She is the most important thing. The haircut is the second important thing. And honestly, clients don't care about the haircut. When they're dealing with elderly dogs, trust me, they are going to listen to your advice. I just had a lady call me this morning and her dog isn't unwell. And they're just going to listen to your advice, you know, because they know you care for their dog as much as they do, you know. Alright, stay there. Just, now that I've done that bottom bit, stay by. Now she's really in an unusual position, so I'm just going to set this. That's it, good girl. She does this on me sometimes where she sits in a real unusual position, so I've got to re-evaluate her every now and again. So I've done that bottom bit. Done that, bring that down. Okay, now I'm just going to go from the back and clean that up. Now I'm just going to fluff that up, and do it again. Okay. She in her prime, this little one, oh my God, she was a darling. You know, she still is a darling, guys, but in her prime, she was so beautiful. Alright, so now, next leg. Sorry, guys, I've just got to come this because she's not wanting to move on me. See, I'm lifting that head up, very important, keeping that head out of your way. But if you have a dog that has severe arthritis in the neck, you're going to find that they're going to play up on you because of the arthritis. So I would not do a scissored cut on a dog that had arthritis, guys. I would just do a basic clip off. Alright, so now done that. Fluffing very lightly. If you notice, it's really not the best haircut, guys, but it's all about happiness and her being okay. So I'm just going to position her into a position, stay, that I can see, just want to be able to see the haircut better. Okay, good cat, darling. I'm just going to brush. Alright, so that is that. I'm not going to worry about fixing that up too much. Like I said, it is not about perfection when I'm dealing with the elderly. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to do her top knot. Now because we can't straighten